On February 4th, HIMS announced it launched a multi-cancer early detection blood test on its platform. One blood draw screening for more than 50 types of cancer. Now, this is not a small feature update. This is a strategic move. If you understand a platform business and moving towards mass adoption of something like this, you know this kind of move can matter more in the long term than what at first appears. In this video, I'm going to explain what this test actually is, how it works inside of the entire HIMS ecosystem. We'll also zoom out to see why this may be less about one test and more about the evolution of the platform over the next 5 years. Let's go.
Welcome to the game, it's the Instant Stocks by Mikkel Kuhar.
And if you don't know who I am, welcome to the channel. My name is Mikkel, and one of my highest values is freedom. I've been scaling businesses for years, and I've partnered myself with 8-figure entrepreneurs multiple times, which is why I've been building over the last 4 years the AutoPilot software we have inside of X10 Day Trade. This is a software that allows you to invite professional traders into your house without the weirdness of having someone in your home and execute trades through your brokerage account. The great thing is you never have to send us any money. All the trades, all the entries, all the exits are done automatically from your account. Now, you may have tried copy trading groups before. This is entirely different. Everything is completely automated. We've invested over $1 million in the last 4 years, and we've been active for the last 4 years. We've got over 480 members using this every single day. Now, we only trade in the US stock market, and we only make selective trades every single week because we want to prioritize risk management and then optimizing for an 8 to 15% return on investment every single month. And 33 of our last 35 trades have been winners. You can check out some of the results here and here and here. Some clients have even been able to buy a house with what we've given them. And you can see here some of the results the clients are getting every single day, every single week using the platform. So if you want to find out more about that, book a call below. You'll see a link down there. I'll jump on personally with you and walk you through the entire process on what we do and what that looks like. But outside of that, let's get stuck into the video. Let's start with what actually happened. On February 4, HIMS and HERS announced it would begin offering access to a multi-cancer early detection blood test powered by Gallery. Now, the concept is really simple. It's just one blood draw and screening for signals associated with more than 50 types of cancer. Now, before we talk about revenue, let's talk about cancer itself. It is one of the most serious topics in healthcare, and most people we know have been affected by it at some stage, and most people avoid even thinking about it. I know there's been times in my life where I've seen, like a new lump on my skin, and it's like, oh, worst case scenario, it's that, but at all costs, you kind of want to even avoid knowing about it. Maybe this is just a me thing, or this is just a men thing. Let me know in the comments. But I feel like it's that taboo that we don't even want to invite into our world, or even like play with the idea that that could be a reality for us. So when a platform makes early detection much easier and more normalized, it is not just another add-on to what HIMS are doing. This can become a new behavioral category inside the app. So if we talk about pricing, the test carries a list price of about $949, and HIMS is offering it with a $250 discount to eligible users. So that brings the total price to around $699 from memory. And like I've spoken about many times before, one of the biggest issues in healthcare is the friction to actually booking the appointment, waiting in the waiting room and waiting in the waiting room and waiting in the waiting room and getting referred and deferred and all of this. This process is now eliminating one of the biggest problems in people seeking support in healthcare, and that's reducing friction. Your answer to health questions inside the app is made so much easier. So you're able to book a blood draw at a partner lab location. You go in, you complete the draw, you receive the results, and that matters. It's speed to result, right? Because the bigger barrier in preventative healthcare is not always science. It's most of the time friction. Scheduling appointments, driving to clinics, waiting in offices, coordinating referrals, and when friction drops, adoption can rise. Like the ability we have now with things like Uber Eats and all the food ordering platforms, a lot of time in the past, I can guarantee you people ordering food from home has massively gone up. People watching movies from home has massively gone up. Netflix, think about friction to watch a movie, to watch a series, to watch a 6 out of 10 series that you don't even like that much, but it's so easy to just click 3 buttons and be there and drop in, right? The exact same with food ordering. The fact you can sit there and click 3 buttons from your phone and have something at your house in 30 minutes, I can guarantee a lot more people are ordering food because the friction isn't there. A lot more people are going on dates. A lot more people are chatting to the opposite sex through dating apps because the friction is a lot lower. So this itself is a screen test. It's not a diagnosis. False positives can happen. Let's be real. False negatives can happen. But if a signal is detected, then the follow-up diagnostic conversation starts to be more apparent. And This test has not been cleared or approved by the FDA, but as the time I'm making this video. So this is not magic. This is just a screening layer. But even as a screening layer, the economics are really interesting. So in 2024, HIMS reported roughly 2.2 million subscribers. That is the built-in audience that they already have. And not all are over 50, not all are high risk, and not all will buy. But let's stay really conservative. If 1% of 2.2 million subscribers really purchase one test at $700, that equals 22,000 tests. So 22,000 by $699 equals roughly around 15 million in just gross sales. So if 5% purchase, that's about 110,000 tests. That equals 77 million in gross sales. If 10% purchase, that exceeds 150 million. So this is the key. One of the things I've spoken about many times before in HIMS's platform model is the fact that once you have a built-in audience, the adoption for new things as you roll out is much, much more likely. So you don't actually have to spend money to go acquire a customer through marketing or influencer deals or brand deals or ads or whatever it is. You actually get to increase the revenue without increasing the outgoings and the expenditure of acquiring new clients. HIMS likely does not retain 100% of that revenue, right? This is a partner-based model involving galleries, so lab networks and physician oversight are also included. HIMS likely earns a platform fee, and if that fee lands anywhere between 10 to 20%, even the mid-range adoption scenario could translate into several $1 million in incremental revenue. Now, that's from one product. The deeper opportunity here is what I honestly feel the bigger move here is just the behavioral. Like the test is positioned as annual. So when it's positioned this way, and I really like this from a business standpoint, like annual behavior builds habit and habit builds retention. Retention builds lifetime value and lifetime value expands platform strength. Think about the evolution. Like HIMS began with telehealth consultations, then prescriptions, then they went to labs, now preventative diagnostics. This is not random. That is stacking category on category, and this will compound everything inside the business. It is the difference between selling transactions and building a health membership. Like consider an analogy. Netflix did not invent streaming at all. Amazon did not invent online shopping, but they became the default destinations purely because the product mattered. But the habit mattered more, and the behaviors behind this is what really allowed the revenue to compound over time. Now, if HIMS becomes the place that people log into once per year for proactive healthcare testing, that changes long-term economics of the entire platform. Now, let's look at the pushback of this. $700 is not cheap. But for users already spending on labs, supplements, prescriptions, weight management, programs, it is definitely within reach. I know myself personally, I get my blood work done twice a year, and each time it costs about $800. And then on top of that, the supplement stack I run is probably, not including just protein powder, but all the other stuff, is probably pushing upwards around $300-400 a month. So the $700 investments for someone who's already spending and allocating money there isn't that much, is probably seen a lot more as someone who isn't spending money in that area of their life already. So the other pushback is the regulatory side of things. So that is why the product is positioned as a screening tool, not a replacement for standard diagnostics. There are risks and there is uncertainty. There will be debate around this for sure, but early stage platform expansions almost always attract disagreement, always attract something that is going to maybe disrupt or shake up the market a little bit. So you will see headlines come out about this. You will see slander going around about this as well. But disagreement isn't weakness. Just because you have a view or an opinion or you're trying to build in a certain direction and other people say it's wrong, it doesn't automatically mean that. It often signals a big piece of transition or an expansion on what someone's already doing. So strategically, this move adds diversification, and the market narrative is being heavily focused on weight loss competition and pricing pressure. So what does HIMS do? It adds another pillar, another layer, and another reason to stay in the ecosystem. That is really long-term platform thinking. I really like this move by them. So you don't rely on just one category. You build multiple, and when you have proof of concept in the market, you actually expand deeper into that category of what you're offering. Preventative diagnostics is a large and growing global market. So if HIMS normalizes annual proactive testing inside of its platform, retention improves. the thing I always speak about, trust deepens, lifetime value increases. These are the two metrics I'm always looking through the lens. Is this building trust in the audience? Is this creating a more sticky product? Because then in turn, that's going to increase lifetime value inside of the business. And over time, valuation frameworks shift. And that is how structural re-ratings happen. So my final thoughts on this is the February 4th announcement of the blood test. It's about direction. It signals a move deeper into proactive recurring healthcare. Short-term revenue impact may be modest, but long-term habit formation and behavior could be really powerful. This is the real question. Is this just another product launch, or is it an early step towards HIMS becoming the default platform for annual preventative health? Because if it's the second one, the upside story may be much bigger than it looks today. This is what I'd call a slingshot effect. It's like pulling back a little bit, not looking for that short-term gain, which I like how they're handling a lot of things. They're not just kind of trying to flex the numbers right now. It's more of a bit of a pullback because they are playing the long game. Let me know your thoughts below in the comments. Is this a good move for HIMS? Are you on board with them rolling out this test? Or do you even see yourself using this service? As always, I'll see you in the next video tomorrow.